Hey everybody, it's live from the bunker. It's live from the bunker with Eddie Pepitone, and it looks like I have the same shitty problem here. Hopefully, we'll be able to get somebody on. Laura is maybe gonna gonna come on. I don't know what the fuck. I don't see. Yeah, I may have to like do, and I apologize to Laura who I had booked today because I fucking can't believe this shit. Why I can't. Fine Arts is here. My Peter Engels says fuck you. Laura, can you request to join? Is that anywhere? Maron says he can't request it. I think it's me too. Mm. I don't. Yeah. I don't see a request that normally pops up when you joined either. Well, Maron probably got sick of this and he didn't want to come on. So I cannot find the request to join button. Invite to join. Oh, I think I found it. Okay, here we go. I think I found it. Oh, you know what? Maron must upgrade app in order to join. How hilarious. All right, Laura, I think I can get you on now. Hold on, Laura. I actually found the button. Where is Laura? Laura, you're not here anymore. You're not here anymore, Laura. Maron must upgrade. Marc, it says you must upgrade app in order to join. Yeah, buddy. That's why you can't join. Fine Arts, you must upgrade your app to join. Chad is... Laura, you're not even here. Where the fuck did Laura go? Let me... this is the worst it's been. This is the worst it's been. Are you in... But you know what, folks? It's so funny because I feel this great pressure to keep entertaining. Isn't that funny? Like, oh, I'm going to entertain while this shit show goes on. There's 30 fucking people here, and I can't get people to join. Oh, Laura is here, but invite to join. All right, let's see if I can invite to join. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I just sent that request to Laura, so hopefully she should be able to come on now. Let's see. Yeah, I invited you, Laura, so it should pop up. Why doesn't someone... Oh, fuck, request. I've sent you a request to join, Laura. Hopefully you can do it. I guess there's a new upgrade now with fucking Instagram Live. I blame my producer. Steve Fine Arts for. I accept it. Okay, Laura accepted, but I don't see. Oh, hey, yeah, okay. Huh? Let's see. Where is she then? Oh, hold it. View request. Go live. Oh, Maron. I think we might. I upgraded. Let's see if we get Maron in. It said go live with Maron.
You got the wrong person.
Oh my God. I got the wrong person. I got Marc. You son of a bitch.
You want me to get off, man? Let Laura come on. I'm not.
Let's talk for a little bit because Laura's having trouble getting on.
We're all having trouble, Eddie, because you're running this is bogus, man. Whatever you're doing here, you're fucking with us. It's just you're toying with everybody.
Hey, man.
Know you, Pepitone. Pepitone, what's going on, Eddie?
How are you, buddy? It's so good to see you, man.
I'm all right, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to connect, because we can't do this like just as friends on the phone and stuff. And then I see you in cranky Dave Anthony pants.
I like Dave because he laughs at my shit.
I know. It's fun to make Dave laugh because it just breaks through that whole facade of the sort of like the guy who complains about everything and wants nothing more than the world to end so he can say, "I told you so." That's what that's what Anthony's working towards. Is the entire planet's going to be on fire, and he's going to be standing there going, "Who called it? I called it. Didn't I call it?"
That's what people are telling me too. But well, things are going very well for you, so you don't want them to end. You know what I mean?
Wait, are you shifting into interview mode? Is that what's happening?
I don't fucking know. By the way, what do you think of Springsteen and Obama doing a fucking podcast together?
We'll see how long that stays exciting. But anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Let him, it's nice. A couple of old guys talking about, how things, can work and be better. And, and
You've listened?
No, I haven't listened. I don't listen to anybody.
You don't listen to anybody either, right? You don't listen to any. No, I didn't think so.
I listen to music, and then I hang around here, and then I see you pop on. This is the first time we've done it, but I like when guys pop on, and then I didn't realize it, but I'm a fucking troll, so like
You are a little bit, huh, lately?
Well, no, just when I see you or Dave, if somebody's live, I'll get down there and start shit, and I don't. It's not because I necessarily want to go on, but it's just because it's just funny to me to. But I can't understand what trolls do now,
Well, it is hilarious because we're all like hanging around, we're all like just like fucking on our computers mostly. You know what I was watching today?
What?
Which is a little weird, but I was watching it. I'm watching the original The Postman Always Rings Twice with
John Garfield
and Lana Turner.
Ooh.
Yeah. And, because I remember, and I don't know about you, but I love this old Hollywood like history. Yeah. And Lana Turner's daughter, I don't know if you know this, Lana Turner's daughter fucking killed the guy Lana Turner was going out with at the time. She dated and married a lot of people, but this guy, Johnny Stompanato, gangster. Yeah. Johnny Stompanato and her daughter wound up killing this guy.
Yeah, I don't think he was a pleasant guy.
Probably not.
Seems to me that it wasn't necessarily unprovoked.
Yeah.
But speaking of daughters, John Garfield's daughter is actually in Goodfellas. She's one of the wives in Goodfellas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't remember her name. Maybe somebody will come up with it. But I sat next to her on an airplane once years ago. Must have been a lot of years ago because I was drunk, and so it must be over 20 years ago. And it was one of I rarely flew first class, but I was with her and she was sitting next to me. We're talking about John Garfield and about how I think he was one of the blacklisted guys, and he was a socialist dude fighting the fight.
Oh, and, he was, huh? Cool.
Yeah. I believe so. I think he was part of, he's one of the guys that pushed back. And if I'm getting it correctly. And then I just got drunk and started hitting on her. And I think I got pretty close. But
oh, that would have been nice,
No, not really.
No, I'm kidding.
I was just like the drunk guy, but we had a nice conversation.
Everybody's asking me to, not everybody, a few people are asking me to do your Maron impression of when you are answering questions. I know you saw it.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead, do it.
But let me try it now because I'm not outside. When I've been walking in the park and doing these things.
Garfield, I think it's
Julie Garfield. He was involved. Clifford Odets, who I love too. Oh wow, with the Clifford Odets Theater Company. Yeah. Waiting for Lefty. Do you remember Golden Boy? Yeah.
Did you ever see The Big Knife?
No, I didn't. Was that really good?
It's
really?
It's an Odette screenplay. Jack Palance, Rod Steiger.
Ooh, another black and white.
Yeah, I think it's, what's that guy's name? Robert Ulrich? It's sort of hard to find, but it's great. Steiger wears an earpiece. He talks like he's a big producer. And, and
something about Steiger I don't buy. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Plays the sort of morally sort of kind of challenged, but he's like, I should really start doing theater again. But he's the guy who sold his soul to Hollywood and owes his soul to the studio because the studio covered up like a drunk driving homicide for him. Shelley Winters is in it. Ida Lupino. It's great. The Big Knife.
Holy shit. The Big Knife. Thank you. I am going to watch The Big Knife.
Entertain me by doing me.
Let me do you first. I'll do you for a second. So this is you when you're doing those live things. Now, I don't watch anybody either, but I have watched you do that a couple of times, and it is pretty good, man. Do you do it at different times of the day?
No, I usually do it between 7 and 8 in the morning.
You do it that early?
Yeah, I get up at like 6:30, and I get.
Are you really? Yeah, I can
up.
tell you're jacked up, man. That's hilarious.
I'm all coffeed up, and I'm doing like by 7:30. I'm on there, and I'll do like an hour. On Sundays I go a little later because I sleep in.
Sunday sermon.
On Sundays I sleep into 6:45, and I wait till I have to play guitar for the thing.
Holy shit, dude! Why are you getting up so early? You just going to bed real early?
Because I want to have a pattern to my day. So I wake up at 6:30.
Yeah.
I do like 15 minutes of yoga. I meditate for 15 minutes.
You and then
I get on the IG Live. And then I go back to
every day? Every day, huh?
I'm pretty much on there every day.
Oh, man. But it's between 7 and 8 a.m.
Usually, yeah.
So you're getting a lot of people in different time zones, I would imagine, too, with getting up early like that. And plus your fan base is huge.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are here right now. I think most of
come on. Come on. There's 500 people on here. I usually get, I think it's 30. And I don't understand why. I wanted to talk with you a little about this. I want to do many things, but like, what the fuck, Mark, am I doing wrong?
This is like an ongoing conversation for the last 30 years.
I know. I know. But I mean, you really
you're one of the funniest.
Boom, like, yeah.
You're one of the funniest guys alive. You've always been a voice of clarity and reason. No one rides the edge of hostility and vulnerability like you. 1 second he's on fire, the next second he's crying.
Yes. That is my, that's my milieu. Let me talk to these 500 people who don't know me. Look, you need to get to know me. I have this amazing fucking ability to go from vulnerability to outrage. Anyway, I find podcasts, though, and tell me if you agree with this, because, you're so good at it. I find podcasts, though, are so much, it's so much different than stand-up, yeah? Like, it's just, like, it really is kind of just being yourself, right? Like,
I find myself getting more weirdly open with the IG Lives. Like podcasts, my podcast is still sort of heavily produced on some level because Brendan, I send him the raw goods and I don't know what he's going to do with them, but he's very meticulous and he puts the show together. He trims me down. He shapes the guests a little bit. He lays like it's a full operation over here. But with the IG, like I'll cry, I'll sing. I haven't showered with the people yet, but
I'll cry. I sing.
But they see the full range of me, and I do stuff on the IG that I've never done publicly before because it doesn't necessarily feel that real. I know there's a few hundred people watching, but it's still just me talking to my phone. But I've gotten more vulnerable on the Instagram than I have with the podcast, so it's definitely different than stand-up because stand-up, 50% of you is just waiting to get punched or something. You're like.
That is so true. I'm always waiting to get fucking punched. And by the way, I was watching Joey Diaz and Doug Stanhope on Diaz's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so wild to just see Joey Diaz like in a mode of being serious.
Yeah, because usually you're just hoping he doesn't have a heart attack on stage.
He sweats a lot too. By the way, I never knew this until I started working at the Comedy Store. He is live the funniest fucking guy imaginable. Do you agree with that? I mean,
oh yeah. He's just like manic and filthy, you know. And it's
he's so manic and filthy. And I remember after, I think it broke about Harvey Weinstein and Louis C.K. and Diaz comes on and nobody, and like I when there is like a Me Too movement going on, I'm like, okay, I can't say this, I can't say that. He comes on and he's like, hey, who wouldn't suck a cock for health insurance?
he's a dirty boy.
But the whole crowd was totally comfortable.
Somebody's got to be out there on the edge.
Yeah, man. I love it. I love it. So what was I talking? Oh, but so many things that surprised me about you. You fucking have everybody on your podcast. What was it like talking with, because I read this today because I think you retweeted it, Nicole Kidman talked about 6 things she does to stay sane. And one of them is she's hooked on your podcast now. Now that's the kind of thing I would like.
You need that?
Like, that would be good. Like, like finding out that Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, I wish, I really wish that that I had that kind of relationship where I could just, tell Nicole that Eddie would really like you to check in.
Hey, Nick. That'd be funny. Hey, Nick. Marc, just want you to know, Eddie Pepitone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. But yeah, what was that like?
You were doing an impression. Oh, see, it was
no, I wasn't.
No. I thought you were responding to a comment. Eddie's been on WTF a few times.
Yes.
Eddie used to do the live ones almost always.
Yes.
I think we did one long one. It's been a while, but you used to.
We did a road trip.
Oh, the road trip.
Mm-hmm.
When we did that gig together.
Oh. Yes. We went to Phoenix, right?
Right. Was that the place where we showed up and they didn't sell the amount of tickets they wanted and they put us in the smaller room and we didn't know if we were going to get paid or not?
I think so. But I remember the trip started and you were super pissed that you didn't book us out of Burbank, and the whole way over to LAX, you were like, "Fuck, man, I can't believe I didn't book us out of Burbank." But it actually, why I brought up Diaz.
That's the old woulda, shoulda, coulda Marc. The new Zen Marc would be like, I made a mistake, but let's just enjoy the ride.
That's right. And we animated the car ride to Phoenix in the Bitter Booter doc. But I want
but anyways, talking to Nicole Kidman, it's always amazing to me, buddy, when I'm sitting there with some of the most charismatic kind of people in the world, whether they act like it or not. Some people are just fucking stars. And like, I just look at them, I just treat them all as people. Yeah. But there are moments where I'm like, especially now on Zoom, where I'm sitting there and I'm like, Nicole Kidman's talking to me on Zoom, and I'm like, holy fuck, it's Nicole Kidman's talking to my face right now. Nicole Kidman's right there. She's like right there. I still get very starstruck sometimes, but she turned out to be a lot more, candid and kind of charming. That I didn't know what to expect. I never know what to expect from people. Yeah,
it's so interesting. I really, that show, I don't know if you saw it, HBO Big Little Lies.
I did.
With Kidman. And you did see it. And when it first came on, I watched the first, and this is me, right? I watched the trailer, and I'm going, and if people don't know, Big Little Lies, it takes place in Monterey, California, and everybody is fucking wealthy in this show. And I'm watching that going, these wealthy pieces of shit living in Monterey, who the fuck cares about them? And then I said, all right, I'll give it a second. I'll give this show a second. And I got so hooked into it, man. I got so hooked into it.
Did you cry? Did you cry, Eddie?
No,
Did you
No,
cry
no,
in the face?
that was not a cry thing. That was not a cry thing.
But you
That was
just
just like,
hated everything about those wealthy people. And in 5 minutes, you were like, oh, this is pretty good.
I realized that I'm very susceptible to the soap opera element in anything.
Dude,
You know?
I think maybe if you disconnected the part of you that was sensitive, you'd have a shot at this thing. You could go on tour with Joey Diaz. But you
Oh
just have
man, I
to.
couldn't. That would be too much for people, right? You know?
Not if you
Like,
didn't do the smiling part. If you just did the yelling part, maybe that. See, you cut this part out. See what you're doing right now? No more of that. Just pure fucking angry Eddie. But see, that the beauty is it's the balance. It's the treble
yes.
and bass with you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You take away the bass. What do you got? It's just shrill.
Yes, and there was a time where I was just shrill, and it was hilarious. Do you know one of the first sets I ever did was at Pips in Brooklyn. Do you remember that club?
Never did it, but I know it.
Oh God! And I had to get drunk. I was really nervous. I got drunk. I'm just screaming. I had a wig on. I wore a very long blonde wig. This was my idea of being funny when I first started.
I thought it was because you were just starting to go bald and you were trying to figure out what you wanted.
I've always accepted my baldness.
I know. I kind of remember you with hair, a little hair.
Really?
A little bit.
But I went on stage with the wig and I got drunk and I threw up. I threw up on the
on
Pips.
Stage.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I did. I was not invited back. I was not invited back.
You threw up on stage?
Yes. You know why? Because it was an open mic, and I just started drinking, and I was like down the list. They didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Dude, let's go into Woody Allen.
How is this not the story that you tell all the time? You were on stage in the middle of a bit and you just.
I guess because it was so painful. It was really, I was spinning and I threw up and I got the fuck out of there. And the host, I wish I could remember his name. Like, I don't remember a lot about it. Maybe that's why.
On stage. This is tremendous. I've done almost everything, but I've never come up on stage.
I was so fucking drunk, dude.
Pissed my pants on stage either. No fluids have come out of me other than spraying spit on stage. And maybe some boogers. What about Woody Allen?
I just wonder what you think of this doc. And
well, it's brutal. But
it's brutal, right?
I gotta say, I've been sort of like, I think we pussyfoot around this thing a lot. And before the doc, I think that I believe that he probably did it. I believe he did it. And I don't, it's like, it's like, I don't, what anyone does with that is, that's up to them. Does that mean you never watch a movie of his again? You never that's up to you.
Yeah, right.
But like, it does start to feel even before the doc that he is morally, reprehensible and myopic in his compulsive desires to the point where he, disregarded, what it would do to the family with Soon-Yi or what it would, just the fact, and that's got nothing to do with it. 17 is not 7, right? But
right.
But the thing is like there is some sort of incapacity to it's a problem. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's a problem. And I feel like so many people have made it. Well, for instance, my wife will say that, oh, he's a piece of shit just for doing what he did with Soon-Yi.
Yeah, I know people that say that. Yeah.
Now I watched episode 2. I don't know if everybody's watched it, but when Dylan talks about, the event where, she was supposedly abused, allegedly abused, I just felt like she looked very coached, and I know
when she was a little girl.
Yeah. And I have a terrific eye. Let me just say this, Mark. I have a terrific eye for seeing who is coached and who is not coached.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? You know what, dude? I've heard that before too, and I've heard it from other people, and I think it was part of his original defense. But
I
there's
think
a
it was
line that
too.
she says. There's a line that little girl says. Out of nowhere, of what he said.
Yeah.
From behind her, while he was doing it, and she said, he said, I have to do this. I have to do this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that rings totally true to you?
Where would that come from?
Yeah.
Who would coach that?
Right.
It was too nuanced, dude.
I would not do a movie of his unless asked. But here's what I want to say about Woody, and they addressed this in the first episode, big time. In the first episode, they say that people don't want to believe it because they love his movies.
That's for sure the truth.
That's for sure the truth, because I relate to it, and also how he makes Neurosis this kind of, like, he comes out with all his vulnerability, all his
we all grew up with
neuroses.
the guy.
Yeah.
But it's like, and it's, I still like what I like. I'll watch Crimes and Misdemeanors once a year. I'll watch, you know what I mean? I still can watch the movies.
Crimes and Misdemeanors, I love.
That whole trilogy, Husbands and Wives, Crimes and Misdemeanors, and Hannah and Her Sisters. So
Hannah's so good. Michael Caine. Oh, please, Hannah. This is my Mike. Everybody does a Michael Caine, especially that little prick, Rob. What's his fucking name? The guy with Coogan. Could they go on the road trips? He does a great Michael.
Yeah. Coogan, and I don't know the other guy.
Okay. But yeah. Hannah, I've never seen her. But anyway, the whole he's getting. I mean, this might.
It's definitely a. They're out to get him. It's a hit job.
Yeah. I mean,
the weird thing is that there's still something. The public persona of that guy. What becomes very clear, and what you and I know also from being in this business. And from knowing, borderline criminals and perverts, as friends, is that, is the difference between a public persona and a personal one. Like even the other day, dude.
Yeah.
I was talking to Tim Allen, right? And
right. He was your last podcast.
Right. But he was talking about how close he was to Rich Jenny, right? I was working Rich Jenny's weekend in Schaumburg when he killed himself. So, and Tim Allen says, I had no idea that guy was going through that. And this was a friend. So like, you don't know what you don't like the entertainer and the people, who have, public personalities, who the hell knows sometimes, with some of them who they are. You know what I mean?
Well, they hide it. They don't know, in a way.
Well, sometimes the public personality is created to to avoid the other thing, right? I mean, obviously, Woody, the narcissism and the pedophilia is it's complex and it's horrifying. And obviously, Rich Jenny was bipolar and had real problems. But what I'm saying is that, like, when you listen to him reading that book, how shameless he is.
Oh, apropos of nothing.
Yeah, like how he thinks that the best way to handle what happened with me is just to approach it like, look, we were adults and this is what So that it's kind of bizarro, man. So really, whatever we thought we knew about that guy growing up was a character. The neurotic, the Jew, the this, the that. The one thing that might only be true is that he had a tremendous, appetite and contempt, for women. And
contempt, yeah.
And he cuted it up, and he was very charming and everything.
Yeah.
But but it knew no bounds or boundaries.
Yep. And certainly they made the case, and it's so true. And they showed fucking a scene from Manhattan where fucking 3 40-year-olds are sitting around a table And, Mariel Hemingway looks like,
Right. No,
she
right.
looks
Yes.
young for 17 in that
Yes.
scene. And it's just like, they're just like, man, what a different time that was
These
too.
people, like, but it was girls and women. These people were like girls, girls, girls. It was girls and women. I mean, the range of disrespect, the sort of spectrum of disrespect wasn't
Yeah.
just for young girls. I mean, it was, it was across the spectrum, but,
Yeah. I'm
but
a
yeah, I
bad
mean,
judge of character.
but, I talked to somebody about that today, about this idea, because that film critic in there,
Mm-hmm.
who was talking about how he was grooming the culture by including
Grooming
all
the
those
whole
type of
culture.
dynamics, right, in the movies. But I think the culture was always was like that. Like, I don't think that it took
Yes.
Woody Allen
Right.
to sort of make the culture comfortable with sexualizing 17-year-olds. I mean, I think that has been going on since the beginning of men.
Yes.
Since the beginning
Yes.
of time.
Well, absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
half, 94% of the rock and roll songs are written about that.
True. By the way, why, and you're into music, why haven't musicians been targeted for,
They have.
for them,
Yeah.
for sexual abuse and
Some of them. I think so.
I
mean,
haven't heard. I'm a
I mean,
terrible judgment of character because I don't know if you ever saw the fucking documentary Capturing the Friedmans, which you did see it?
Yeah.
I worked for the son of the guy. He was a magician, and I was taping his wands in an apartment in Chelsea. I had no idea he was part of, like, a child, was it pedophilia there too? I think it was.
Oh, they were, wasn't that one about the dad? Did the dad, like, the clown son, claim that the dad had sexually abused him?
Something like, I forget what it was,
Remember,
but
the clown son he used to hang around comedy. He was around.
Yeah, that's why he knew me.
Yeah.
I forget his fucking name, but I was like so stunned. I worked in his apartment for $10 an hour in Chelsea, putting tape around wands, and I had no idea about his whole family history and stuff. But what were you going to say about musicians?
I think that they are being sort of called out. I mean, Marilyn Manson was just called out. And,
oh, that's right. Marilyn Manson got called out big time.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess
I also worked for Richard Speck.
The serial killer?
Yes. I'm kidding.
What do you mean? Oh.
That was a tag on.
You're running his fan site? What are you talking
about? But yeah, Ringo, who I love, even sang "You're 16, you're beautiful,
that's
and you're."
That
is old. Oh, that's not his?
No.
Oh, cool. Good. That doesn't then break my thing for Ringo. I love Ringo.
I think that was a cover. Yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis, sure.
Oh, Jerry Lee Lewis, unbelievable.
But the killer. What what other shit have you been watching? How have you been otherwise? Are you fighting the good fight? Are you out there? What are you doing?
Well, you haven't gone out and done it. This is why I brought up Diaz before. Diaz said, and I really related to this. He was being so honest, and I loved it. He goes, I don't want to do stand-up anymore. I think I would get a panic attack just going into an airport at this point. And he was just talking about the stress of travel, at his age, when you're older and you're just, traveling, going for, what do you think about that? I also realized, because you get a sense that the pandemic actually, like right now with the vaccines coming out and Johnson & Johnson. By the way, do you think Johnson & Johnson is going to come out with a no more tears vaccine? I'm kidding. That's a joke I read on Facebook. Not my joke.
See, that's what I know about the old days, about comedy, is like when you switch gears and then you just slip the joke in there, then some part of my brain goes, laugh at Eddie.
God, some of my most painful memories were at Luna Lounge for some reason, where you were kind of the resident king.
I don't like
And
people say that, but I guess so. But like what I was
Mhm.
to answer your question, I mean, it
Mhm.
seems to me like I believe that they're going to get most of us vaccinated in the next
Yeah,
couple of months,
right.
and the real question is like, is stand up even enough anymore? What are we just going to go back to standing up there like fucking clowns doing the same shit? Like this year didn't even happen. I mean, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
I will not. I will not do that, man. I will not get up there because I'm sure there are going to be so many comics, and you know this too, Mark, who are just going to get up there and they're not going to miss a beat talking about how, their sex life sucks. You know what I mean?
The one thing I learned from being down for a year is like, I might have done all I could as a stand-up. Like I might be good. Like it's if I want to do a show, like
Well,
how do I make a different presentation? What can I
mm,
do theatrically? And also, I'd like I just did this movie where I was sort of challenged to do an acting job that wasn't really like me, and it felt good. I finally figured out like why acting is sort of interesting, but it's like I mean, stand up is so fucking limited sometimes. When I like now, if I'm sitting at
it
home and I
is.
get on the TV and you just see one of us standing there like a fucking idiot with the mic walking around. It's sort of like the patter. It's all the same. It doesn't like, and there's so many of us now. It's just,
I know. There's
it's
too
just a
many.
trip, and certainly I know I have people that enjoy doing what I do.
Hmm.
And I'm sure that like, I'm just talking out my ass right now. And as soon as somebody goes out there and starts working who I have any sort of jealousy with, I'll be like, that guy's fucking doing it. God damn it. But surprisingly,
Hmm.
I have not been compelled to do any of these outdoor shows.
Yeah, I am gonna do my first one. Well, I actually kind of I did one kind of near the beginning. I did a Little League field in Oxnard, and my best line was, "Fuck, what has happened to us?" I was doing comedy in great clubs, and now I'm doing poorly in a Little League field in Oxnard. Terrific line that a lot of people really
But
respond.
that's why I didn't do it. It's
Yeah,
like I worked too long to go out and do
yeah,
big gigs. I'm not desperate. So like,
yeah.
and my ego's not desperate either. I got to go fucking stand in a parking lot, with people, honking their horns or
I didn't do that. Yeah,
but like,
right.
it's like, are
People
you
honking
kidding
their
me?
horns. What the
I don't
fuck?
need that kind of fucking pain. Jesus Christ. I look, I love to
That's great.
perform,
Yeah,
right?
me too.
I love to
Hmm.
perform, and I probably go out and perform, and I'll probably figure it out. But like, people are like, "Do you want to do a set?" It's like, a set about what? I need to work out, dude. You want to go? You want me to go do 15 minutes in between buildings downtown because they have couches there? What are you out of your fucking?
It really is funny when you fucking think about it. I did do one show in Malibu, between apartment buildings.
In that
In
Venice show,
I don't know.
was it like
I don't
spread
think there
out and there
was.
was like torches and heaters and shit? Was it like it almost looked
No,
like someone's estate? Was it that way?
no, no. It was between like condos, right off of what was that, PCH? Right off the
I worked
PCH.
fucking I worked too fucking long to fucking own what I do, like, and to finally land in a place where I have control over my craft, to go out there and what to I mean, I'm better off. I can perform for 500 people from my fucking kitchen. Yeah, I got to go out to the beach to perform for 40 sitting 20 feet apart.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah. Um, Totally, man. Well, you're at a different place too. I mean, you are now. What was the movie you just did? Can you talk about that a little? I think I read it somewhere. But
it
what
was
did you
called
do?
To Leslie. It's sort of a
It,
recovery story, really. It's
what's it called?
To Leslie, like to
Oh,
like a
oh,
letter.
oh!
To
I
Leslie.
didn't
It's
see
about a
that.
woman who sort of like hits the bottom pretty bad, and
Mm.
really fucks her life up, and then kind of hits a wall and wants to rebuild, and she comes back to her hometown, and I kind of play a part and kind of helping her out and getting her back on her feet. So
cool.
Takes place in Texas. I'm playing a fairly earnest kind of Texan dude who's had a bit of a life, but definitely not a neurotic Jew and not an angry guy. So I really had to focus.
Really? Wow.
Fuck it is.
Who directed?
Guy named Michael Morris. He's a British guy. He's done a lot of television. His first feature. He shot it on film.
Where'd you film? And when?
It was like a couple months ago, in the middle of the peak COVID. But look, I had I had the spirit of Lynn Shelton in my mind, who she had put it in my head that I could really act, So I really kind of wanted to take a role that would challenge me, and the director, I fought him on it. I was like, I can't do it. It's like it's the middle of COVID. I was hoping they'd cancel it so I wouldn't have to do it. But he kept bothering me to do it. And I'm like, I don't know about a Texan accent, dude. I don't know if I can do it. He's like, well, we'll deal with that. I want your face. I want the emotions. He was a fan of mine from the last season of Maron, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he knew my shit. So he talked me into it, and then I met with the dialect coach, and I fucking worked on the accent, and I figured out a way to get into it.
You did a bit of a Southern accent?
I did a bit of a Texan thing. I think I was in and out, but I think I did pretty well. He seems pretty thrilled about it. I don't know how much they'll cut out, but I think I'm pretty essential. They definitely can't cut me out of the thing. So
that's so cool, man.
The point being is that, like, having done acting and having kind of like, kind of gone on my own. Just do, like, I know I have a presence and I know I can listen and be in it, but to actually, after talking to so many actors and having done enough acting now to sort of like, well, what tools do I have? How do I apply them? And where's the joy in this fucking craft? And we're in fucking full on COVID protocol, and, and you're only out of the mask to do the bit. But like, I think
it still feels scary. I also was on a set.
Yeah, but somebody convinced me that it's like it's going to be safer than going to Ralph's.
I think it might be, yeah, because everybody's tested, very heavily.
Days.
Yeah, every 2 days.
But it's not out yet. But but I think I did start to appreciate what it felt like to apply the craft and do it in a way that was not just me getting away with it. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. Well, the last season of Maron was really great because you really got into the addiction thing big time.
Yeah, I just went. I went down the path let not travel.
Right, and so that's what Morris saw, right? And he dug it.
Yeah,
like he dug it.
He saw something in my face, and he sent me this really nice text. That he had gotten more than he ever anticipated, and he's thrilled.
Wow!
I don't want to drop names, but I just got a text from Bob Zaney. I don't know how you're living, but
Bob Zaney. That is an old name in stand-up, right? Bob Zaney.
He said, "I hope all is well. I have a new comedy special, and I hope you push the like button and feel free to share on social media. Crazy Times. You can watch Crazy Times." With Bob Zaney on the Drybar Comedy app, people. There's a little plug for Bob Zaney.
There you go.
Baby. Don't you remember Bob? Baby.
I don't. I'm getting him confused with Bob Nelson. Do you remember Bob Nelson?
Bob Nelson's he's like, I think he went Born Again. He used to do the football player.
Yes.
The characters.
Yeah.
Long Island guy, I think. Yeah, I think he's
he went Born Again?
I think so, yeah. Long time ago.
Oh, wow. Dude, it's so great, man. But you're getting these fucking you're getting more and more acting stuff, which is so great. So I can understand why you're entertaining not doing stand-up anymore, but I think that you just love it. I think you do love it, and I think that you'll probably go back to it for sure, and especially, like you said, when you see somebody that you're jealous of doing it, right?
What the fuck, they're just doing it now? No, I'm sure I'll go back because I just need a place to work out. Like I don't, like people are like, when's the next special? It's like, I got to work out, dude. We all got to start working out. And, doing a
Yeah.
15-minute set in a parking lot for desperate people who want to feel like, things are going to be normal again is not working out. I need to go do an hour and a half.
Honk.
I need to go do an hour and a half at Dynasty Typewriter or start doing 2 or 3 sets a week at the store. I got to get into the fucking trenches and figure out what's up. What am I thinking? I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like doing the Instagram in the morning, though I don't make notes about it and I don't repeat stuff aside from, certain things that I do with the music, play the records and shit. But in terms of material, I'm not working on anything, but my brain is engaged and I'm thinking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where's Laura? Do you have your other guest set up? Is she here? I feel like I took up this whole show. I don't know what you do usually, but I imagine that, was this similar?
Yeah, I'm going to have to reschedule Laura because
did I bump her? Because I feel
no, she couldn't get on. Oh. She couldn't get on. But all right, now I'm going to let you go after this. I want you to talk to me.
Impression. People want you to
your impression. I haven't done your impression. Like this is Marc during one of his Instagram live, and he's looking at the questions and he's answering them. All right. What is your biggest influence in comedy? I don't know. Biggest influence, I would say, I don't know. This honker right here, I guess. I don't know what what do I have? Biggest influence in comedy. We have so many influences. We're all influenced by so many things, by so many fucking things. All right, let's see. I mean, we're influenced. I love this, I love it. Who's your biggest influence? I love fucking Buddy Hackett, but I also love Nicole Kidman. What the fuck do I know? Let's see. Okay. What kind of coffee do you normally? You know what? Let's stop the bullshit with the coffee, please. Okay. Anyway, that's my little Maron.
Very good. Very good.
Talk to me a little bit because I am always looking. Here's the thing. I'm looking for like a music recommendations, and I wind up listening to the same shit all the time. And I know you're very versed in music. Like I wind up going to the same websites all the time on my fucking computer. I wind up listening to Van Morrison all the time. How do you break? I think the bigger question is, Marc, how do you break out of patterns?
I keep getting new music. People send it to me, or
it's being sent to you.
No, but people recommend records, and then I keep getting new records. I had these weird old records at my office just now. I was just playing Three Dog Night's Golden Biscuits. Do you remember that record?
Shit.
You probably know half the songs on that record.
Yeah.
But it was just it was from a collection that some woman gave me because it used to be her father's. But one is the lowest note, right?
Yeah.
And they do how about Eli's coming, hide your heart, girl.
I love Eli's coming.
Yeah. They also cover that Randy Newman song. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me.
Oh yes. I love that too. That's all on the Three Dog Night.
On this one, Three Dog Night, Golden Biscuits.
Ooh, okay, that's great. That's great stuff.
It's Three Dog Night. I wouldn't put them up there with the Beatles.
No, of course not. Of course.
But also, I found at my office, I found that I went crazy because I was like, "Where's my Grateful Dead Europe '72 live record?" And I went and found. I paid $50 for a new one, and I had it. I found the other one. Buddy Holly and the Crickets I had at the office.
I like Buddy Holly and the Crickets a lot. I have listened to Buddy Holly.
Great.
Yeah.
And I just try to listen to all these records. Look at this, man. Did you have this?
Let me say, Michael. Thriller. Yeah, I never had Thriller.
Yeah, me neither.
I never have.
Now I do.
Yeah.
I have some Santana records here, and I never enjoyed him very much.
I love Santana.
Well, there you go.
I grew up loving
How about a little
Santana.
of this?
Oh, cool. Second Winter. I don't even know that one.
Johnny
is that
Winter.
Johnny Winter? Johnny. Now you're talking. Yeah. I love all that shit.
This was at the office. Look at this thing. I don't even know what the hell I don't even know what the hell to do with this. The young
The
bloods.
young blood.
I think that's Jesse Colin Young right there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you a Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Am I a Stevie Ray Vaughan? Yeah, I had a Stevie Ray at the office. Do you have a record player? I give it to you.
I do have a record player. I do have a record player. Yeah. I
don't listen to Stevie Ray, but I have all his records and I like them. But like today, I tried to listen to a Jethro Tull record successfully.
Jethro Tull.
He's not my thing.
Nick Cave. Nick Cave. How do we like
Love
Nick
him.
Cave?
Love him.
Love him, right?
Yeah. Do you have that? Get some of that old Nick Cave shit. That get the birthday party stuff.
Birthday party stuff.
He was in a band called The Birthday Party, I believe, and I think I have one of their records. But I like that Nick Cave record. I have a few of them, but I don't have a lot of them. I like the one with Oh Diana, Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that shit. You know who I really love too, apropos of nothing, and I don't mean to bring up Woody Allen again, but is Steve Winwood. I love Steve Winwood. I just love that fucking guy's voice. Yeah, do you like Winwood?
Yeah, I like him. I don't know if I listen to him. Like the Traffic stuff's okay, and I think the Blind Faith stuff's all right, but the solo stuff that got kind of cheesy. Bring me a higher love. That thing.
Oh yeah, I love that shit. But God, a lot of people.
Because you're a happy boy. You're a happy boy. Look at you, you're a happy boy inside.
You asked me what I'm doing during the pandemic to keep. I have been writing more and not stand up. A lot of short stories. I've always wanted to be a playwright. Did you know that about me? Because I had a play produced in college, and I've always loved the idea of being like a New York playwright, you know, and so I've been writing some crazy stuff, you know, I have to put it together.
Are you still working on that one from college? You still polishing it?
I'm still calling my college professor, but I have to talk to his children now because she's dead. I will have that play in. Please tell Miss Dobos.
Yeah, no, that's great, Eddie.
I like
workshop some shit, man.
Oh yeah.
I think pretty soon we might be able to move to New York for very cheap.
I've been hearing that, man.
I don't think anyone's going back.
Yeah, they've all fled the city. You're in Glendale, well, wherever you are, but I know you're just moved into a new house, right? You just moved into a new
years
place.
Ago, I got a new place. Yeah.
Would you leave it and go to New York just like that?
No, if I leave it, I'm leaving the country. That's the next leaving I'm doing.
I hear you. Except, where would you go? Where would you go?
Know. Like I'd be fine. Like, just depends how much time we have before the fascists take over.
I know, man. I know, dude. I agree.
But I'd be cool if they let me into Canada. I'd be fine. I'd be fine in Ireland. I'd be fine. I don't know. Like, I think about it. I fantasize about it. I hope we don't need to do it. And maybe I wouldn't even do it. Maybe I'd be one of these people that's sort of like, hey, it's okay. That house across the street seems to be on fire. But they haven't gotten to this side of the street yet. I saw Nazis. They were 2 blocks away, but they haven't gotten here. So I'm okay.
That's so fucking true, the way people think. What?
I saw
it happened where?
I saw the Nazis at the mall, but it didn't seem like they were coming up this far.
Look, the Nazis were coming here, but then they made a right. So I think we stay. I think we stay.
I think they went to the beach. I think they're at the beach. The beach is not safe from the Nazis.
Oh, my fucking God. Yeah, I think we came really close to it already, and it just feels like it's percolating again. I agree with you. Yeah. I don't know where
let's stay happy.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
I know how much I know you love this groove, but we don't have to do it. We can end on an up note today.
Yeah. Yeah, let's end on an up note. So yeah, I've been doing playwriting. Playwriting and short stories. I love writing short stories. and bing, I started getting paid for them. Like I wrote like about 5, 6 recently, and boom, I started getting paid for them. And I thought that was like a nice sign from the universe, you know, the uni, I call it.
Great.
Just, you know, just saying, hey, yeah, keep going, you know?
That's great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
All right.
happy for you, man. And I'm happy you're right. And I'm sorry I got to pee. And my friend
Yeah,
Kit
no,
is,
no. Thank
you
you
know,
for coming on, buddy. Thank you
it's
for coming
great.
on so much, and you're such a
Great to
sweetheart.
see you.
Yeah, great to see you, bud. All right, Marky, I'll talk to you soon, huh?
Okay, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, Mark.
Bye.
You have to let yourself off, by the way. There he goes. All right, everybody. That was impromptu Marc Maron. We couldn't get Laura House on, so we had to use Mark. I'll get in touch with Laura, and hopefully we can figure out how to get her on. Hopefully she's available next week. But how do you beat Maron? Yeah, we'll have Laura back when the tech is working. So, but how do you beat Marc Maron? What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart guy, and such a great artist, and what a great podcast. And all right, everybody. So thank you very much. This was a live from the bunker. I've been doing the walk and talks in the park, and I will see you guys soon. All right, everybody, stay safe. Bye.